What was that like, and how do you feel right now?
I mean, it was a kind of just a crazy day because you knew what was at stake tonight. And listen, I've been on the wrong side of being up 3-0 and losing it all. So for me, it was kind of like you just don't want to lose. You just don't want to miss out on that opportunity to close the team out, especially a team that's capable of coming back, winning 4 games straight as Edmonton is. And you know, I mean, razor thin margin. They easily could have won every one of those games. And so to answer your question, I think once we got into the second overtime, it was kind of just almost robotic. Nobody wanted to make the mistake, and everyone was exhausted. We played an overtime game yesterday. Played 4 Stanley Cup playoff games in 6 days. It's not often you see, a breakaway in triple overtime to solve it, but tell you what, we had the right guy in the breakaway. So yeah, I think we're pretty gassed, but we're pumped up in our room.
We'll go next to Carter Brooks from Game On. Go ahead, Carter.
This one's for Kyle. Kyle, can you tell us how that play developed, what you saw, and the emotion you felt after that puck hit the back of the net?
Yeah, it was kind of end of a shift there, and was trailing it a bit, so I was just trying to work as hard as I can to get back. And Peeler made a great play. He was on McDavid there just to get a stick and whack it up the boards. And I saw it coming and tried to skate as fast as I can. And it's our mentality the whole overtime was just get pucks in the net. So just shot that one, and yeah, I mean that one feels pretty good.
We'll go next to Scott Billick from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Thanks, Gregor. Blake, very few guys even gave you a chance in this series, let alone.
Did you?
I didn't. I was 4-2. I said 4-2 Oilers. I'll eat it. It is what it is. Right. Yeah.
I gotta give you a hard time.
It's fine. I'll take it. What do you credit it to? What do you credit this to? I mean, very few people give you a chance. I mean, it was the underdog thing. What is it with your team?
I think we had a really good game plan. I think the coaches really did a good job of dissecting, the games in the regular season and the amount of chances we were giving up and how we were giving them up, and just trying to solve that puzzle a little bit. Trying to slow down, two of, if not the 2 best players in the world right now, is not an easy thing to do. So a lot of it goes in, great game plan by the coaching staff and just a locker room full of guys buying in. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I mean, a lot of things stand out. DeMello, blocking a shot with his wrist, in game 2, and obviously the overtime goals, but just so many little gritty plays just to keep the puck out of our net, make the right play, make a big play. So it, a lot of little things go into that. But, luckily we're on the right side of it.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks, Gregor. Blake, I don't know where this ended up. It's a top 50 event in terms of length of overtime. So not a lot of guys experience this. Can you just take us through what you players do each intermission of overtime to just, I guess, refuel? Do you guys have anything to eat? And what's maybe the vibe in the locker room?
Yeah, just try to get as many fluids as you can, eat as much as you can, crack some jokes. You got to keep it light because it's obviously a very tense situation, but we've had a good vibe in our room all year, so you just try to keep it light and keep everyone loose and keep everyone hydrated, and tell the young guys like Kyle to get going and put an end to this thing.
We'll go back to Mike McIntyre from the Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
And sorry, Blake, to be a stickler for details, can you share with us what you guys eat? Actually, there's a lot of people that are curious to know that.
I mean, you could probably guess, just typical snack types of stuff, power bar type of things, bananas, apples, and then your various sports beverages and water. That would be about it, probably.
We'll go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Gregor. This is again for you, Blake. You've committed to this city, and you've been committed. You carried a lot of weight for this team and doing something special. And I just want to know what you went on that run in 2018, but this is such a convincing series for you guys. Where does this stand in building something special, and what can this do for the experience of this team as you continue to run here?
I mean, you got to be really careful to start putting into context, after the first round of a playoff, experience. So, yeah, it's certainly, what I envisioned, what Kyle envisioned. I could go through a locker room full of guys that have committed to this team in this city, and, because we committed to each other, right? And with an idea that we believe that we could win. And so this is just a step in that progression. We've built some experience over the last few years. We've had some success, some heartbreak this time of year. We're trying to draw off those experiences. And more than anything, though, I think there's a certain maturity that we've accumulated. Kyle's a little bit older. Nicky Ehlers a little bit older. I mean, Lowry, Kopp, Scheifele, Hellebuck. I can go through, Morrissey. I can go through the guys that have been here for a while. They're not kids anymore. They're entering the primes of their career. And those are the guys that have committed long term and, give us a chance to win. So that's all you can ask for. Ask for a chance.
We'll go next to Murat Atesh from The Athletic. Go ahead, Murat.
Thanks, Gregor. I just want to ask Kyle, I'm at the end of, I believe it was the third period, you see Blake Wheeler go down, and Blake Wheeler doesn't go down. And I'm wondering what goes through your mind when you see that and his return.
Yeah, he's been doing it all series. That was a huge block, fired me up. But I mean, it's obviously tough to, see a guy go down like that, especially they blew the whistle. But it's part of the job, and we have a whole lineup of guys buying in, and it's playoffs, and he's a warrior and right back at it.
And final question to Scott Billick from The Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Thanks, Rigger. Back to you, Blake, and kind of on that same vein. They talk about in the playoffs about putting your body on the line, and I took that puck in not a fun area. It just got better during the intermission, I suppose.
I'm sure everyone on this call has had experiences like that, somewhere similar, not necessarily a slap shot, but everyone on our team did that all series long, all game long. The first shift of the game, we put an emphasis on getting in front of shots from the point. Matty Perreault blocked 2 shots. So right then and there, that set the standard that every single guy was going to put their body in front of the puck. And, third period in a tight game, you'll put anything in front of it. I got 3 beautiful kids. We're not having any more. So what the hell?
Thanks very much, guys.